In the face of the delay tactics employed by Indians and the absence of a well-defined time frame, how is the NASN trying to tackle the problem? In connection with that, is India and the world really interested with the Naga politics issues? If yes, what are the signs? I am doubted. Maybe Indian is just flattering Nagas by extending ceasefire come peace talks without inner respect for the Nagas.
You're right. In the face of the kind of attitude or betrayers they have done, one is compelled to put this kind of question. Yes. So, we have made our position very clear. Without integration of Naga Iris, there will be no solution. Without the type of relationship worked out, there will be no solution. We have taken steps to the extent we can. Beyond that, don't expect us. Now, it is for you to come out with positive response. If you cannot, then of course, don't expect the Nagas to surrender our history to you. No, that we will not do. It's up to you now to decide.
Nagaland has the highest percentage of casting of votes in Indian general elections and the last elections. My question is, how this happened in Nagaland?
Boycotting the Indian election was the principle in general. So we have been practicing this. But in some cases, we were also charged from the Indian side. Well, we have, the Naga people have this percentage, participating in the Indian election. Okay. You may claim even 90% or 99%. Why? Because we know your motive. To make everything sure, okay, pull out your Indian armed forces. We will also stay back. Let the people decide. You give your armed forces more than 200,000 and talking of free election? Come on. They could not say anything, silent. After all, this is politics. Any available stone we have to use to throw against them so that they can be chased away.
With the developmental process moving faster around the world than ever before, how are our leaders taking steps and implementing policies in co-evolving with our neighbors and the world in terms of development? What are our leaders' views on utilizing our exhaustible resources, example oil reserves, wherein we understand that such reserves does not stay forever in a place?
We are very particular with our our wealth, the wealth belonging to the Naga people. Number one, oil deposit. We cannot afford any company to exploit it if it is not for the benefit of the Naga people. This is our principle. Come what may, we are bound to fight. This is our stand. Any mineral deposits, we will have to defend. Exploitation can be possible only when it is sure on the part of the Nagas that would benefit them at least 80%. Through understanding, we may. Otherwise, no. Absolutely no. Utilization of our wealth. It is not easy. We just cannot command. We need the advice from experts. the way to handle the economy of the nation is most essential.
Well, the final question for the day would be, I assume that it's a very sincere question that's to represent most of the Naga, common Nagas. Respected sir, I myself also support that we the Nagas are different from the Indians in many things. But the main thing I want to know is that in the future, after independence, with which resources which you have covered and policies we will be making up for our country. And do we have any pre-plans for that? That's another question. In conjunction with that, how can we collectively work together as a Naga and fulfill the dreams? Thank you.
No country is completely independent. Interdependence, the importance of interdependence is now very paramount. US, though superpower, cannot act anything on its own. This importance must be realized by India and by the Nagas also. We need India as much as India would need us. That is one basic principle according to which we have to work out our economic policies. India will need us, and we will need India also. So we can work out because it will be beneficial to both. And in this respect, I think all of us will be, say, agreeable. It's quite agreeable. So I think all these problems would really be solved, I believe. In the initial stages, we will need helps from India more, much more, because we have to lay down the infrastructure first with the help of the Indian government, India. That is a must. But I don't think we'll go on depending on India, and placing ourselves at the mercy of India. No. Sometimes economic dependency is most dangerous than political problems. When anyone would be entirely dependent on someone else, he becomes the stooge of the one. So the danger is there. And we are very critical and particular with this. But let us not forget that India also can do much for us. Why? Because India would not like to see us depending on other countries. India wouldn't like to see us depending on China very much. That India wouldn't like. So once we start quarreling, I think we can also use our stones to throw at. That kind of policy would be there. We believe we have a bright future. But today, supposing problem is settled, or at least 10 years, we'll have hard time. We have to struggle. After that, yes, we will really admire ourselves. No, because by then we will be able to see the progress that could be made from our side. So I think we will not betray ourselves. Our expectation would be fulfilled, I believe.